And that is basically just caveated with the response of, does Cloud9 even have that? They haven't won an official in nearly 50 days on HLTVJ.
Yeah, it's not been great for them. They need to try and turn that back around relatively soon, preferably in this particular matchup, to stay off elimination and stay in the Thunderpick World Championship as the Pistols do kick off. Martinez is drawing out first blood for 9Z on the CT side. Goose down on DGT will keep him similarly low HP. He is now. There's a kill coming in towards CT spawn. Heavy God has dropped. Icy does take that trade back, and the A site is now under siege. The bomb plant could come down. The CTs are rotating with the man advantage, though.
And Cloud9 want to fight against the rotators, and that's why they're taking all of this space. Boomich is very aggressive with the bomb. You've got Inters as a bit of a bait. Unfortunately, the CTs are trying to fight on from spawn, and now that bomb's even been seen trying to get out of window room.
And the 1-for-1 trades will still keep the advantage in for 9Z. The bomb will make his way downstairs in the underpass position for Boomich. Inter's almost catching DGT. He is low HP, so that could be an easy trade, and it does come through in the end. So back to evens we go. That bomb's crossing into very risky territory, though. Buddha's around the corner. Inter's actually sees him coming through the murder hole. So Cloud9 holding their nerve and holding the man advantage now. Max in a 1 versus 2.
If he goes through this murder hole, he will just drop to Inters.
Block holding. Max swings, and he's dead to rights. Inters will take the final kill, and the pistol will be recovered by Cloud9. Big green guns out early for the CT side.
There seems to be a contact in from A main. Buddha and Hazardpeak's going to be up against the ramp walk at the moment.
Incendiary to try and block him away from Ram. They've already able to isolate one individual, but Axile gets the opening kill. Max is trying to respond. 2 kills in for Axile. Inter's going to follow it up, so Cloud9 getting the kills as appropriate. DGT lets one player cross right past CT. Doesn't end up pulling that trigger from short. One will make his way towards the bomb site. Either way, it's a 2-man advantage for Cloud9, so shouldn't be a retake for 9Z.
A good work for the entries from Cloud9, just completely collapsed the bomb site. And you mentioned the pathway of qualifying here to Thunderpick. I would say that Cloud9 even got tested by the majority of Tier 2 teams. I'm thinking back to their quarterfinal matchup against Alternate Attacks, lost map number 1, 14-16.
All rifles, all out for both sides. Of course, Max lost bonus for the CT forces, so Martinez going to get right back on the AWP with the M4s across everybody else. Right in mid for Boomich, is going to try and push that AWP back as well. Unable to get started on the big green. Axile again walking out of ramp here. Going to take a fight on first peak, and it's going to get taken down for it. Heavy go with a decent frag to return. Martinez's AWP is posted for a swing, and he gets exactly what he wishes for.
And finally, you have the adaptation for the CTs being ready for that walkout on A. And tried it once and it was successful, but tried it the second time and it was cancelled. Try and get a pick towards that com player, maybe one of the individuals deep in CT of Martinez.
Flashed in, Icy peeks with the AWP and gets Martinez to drop, so the man advantage for 9Z taken back to evens by Cloud9. The flank of Inters will start to close in. Max is wary, looking at the peak. The HG's come down. He's back. He's turned towards the site, but he does find Inters for his trouble. So advantage regained, but the bomb will go down here. Buddha now out towards CT spawn. Boomich is backed up, wary that they might be making their way in. Good flash in, but it blinds off Buddha more than anything else for Boomich. He gets that kill forward, and the USP's pulled out for the player over towards stairs. DGT is taking down Icy. Boomich needs the rifle firepower right here, but he's out of ammo, and DGT is going to catch him, trying to get back to another AK. In the end, the kill will come through, and in the end, the retake will be successful for 9Z. Start for them now finally found. Can they return all of the deficit against Cloud9 is the next question. Took a lot of damage in that round, so the SMG for Buddha is going to be the weakened element. Martinez, however, finally going to get the opening kill that he's been biting for all game long. Up to the apartments, Axel's going to get caught, and Max swinging in. Boomich! Jump face, hero, wings of glory, and Max is dead to rights.
Well, Pure RNG has won at least an opening kill there for Cloud9. You will be kicking yourself at top mid, because now we're starting to see the charge up of rifle damage in mids.
Great pre-aim there for Heavy God. No luck involved in that kill. 30 seconds for him to defend what seems to be the B split. I'll look up to Apps, smokes down at connector. Blind fire can take him. He has to bomb with his teammate though. The AWP shot for Martinez did not connect on the first shot. Second one lines up a collateral kill, and Inters will drop for it. Icy turning back to Martinez, makes it a 2 versus 2 at least. And now they hold the bomb plant, they hold the bomb site. Icy in very low HP though.
The DGT looked like he wanted to go underpass, but he's going to change the position up, get out towards short. You've got Buddha coming into the apartments. It's going to take a while for this retake to get set up in this 2v2.
And DGT making his way into market. AK pulled out. Heavy Gold was trying to prod, but he's not going to go so far as to extend towards the market entrance. in the doorway. He looks to hold and he makes noise, giving Heavy God the info he requires. Incendiary from Buddha's going to reveal his position, and with no more backup, there is no more chance. Not a kit in sight, so no retake available. Cloud9, hell of a response. And the South American squad instantly back on the back foot without a chance to close that gap. Cloud9 going to hunt for number 6 right here. The AK in from Boomich is going to spot 2, take one of them out before he falls. Heavy God swings in towards underpass and is going to get dealt with on the trades. Axel continues to trade advantage for the peak side and trying to isolate a player on short. Is caught looking the wrong way at the wrong time. On the site though, Inter's fighting from range, tapping his way to victory, but not quite finishing the job. Buddha with a double from range. Icy is in a 1v2.
How's he not got that kill? I just lost for words. That is an absolute sitter, for instance, in which he puts down about 20 bullets. At least Icy can recover this round. He knows the Buddha is towards short. He knows from his teammate that he's got to be fairly low, so get rid of the AWP and move out to the rifle.
Smoke up as well to suppress from Con. 1 versus 1 at this stage. Buddha going to make his way forward. Utility is in his hands. No kit on him. I don't know if there were any drop towards mid that he can recover. If so, he's going to have to go back and grab them, and there might not be enough time for that. Icy's cleared out CT spawn. Smokes up towards the plant position, landing on top of the firebox. Will spread. 3/4 the time have ticked away. Buddha on site, tapping it once. Icy will just tap his way through to get the tags, and in the end get the kill and hold the clutch. So a little bit dicey for a moment, but Cloud9 do hit number 6. Something to consider when it comes to the playoff stages and the LAN if Cloud9 get there. Execution towards the B-bomb site. Fast plays out. Molotovs in. HEs will try to block them. They are staggered for a moment. DGT actually assists in Heavy God's own suicide, burning in his own Molotov and following up as well with Buddha. Kill for Axel. Finally returns 1 pick, and Icy's AWP can turn onto a second. Look up towards the back of this bench position. Buddha, his USP is doing absolute work. Damage on both individuals down to 15 and 7. This teammate and Max closing in the back lines. Only a matter of time before Ice is going to get picked up. 9Z have won this round.
Indeed they have. Very good stall out on the bomb side. And you're right about that USP. Just some sick damage being landed from the bench area.
The bench reacts are forced into the open, trying to evade the nade, running right into the AWP.
Struggled to win their map pick. You have to go 5 to 7. You've got to really stall these rounds out and give very few chances over to Cloud9.
I've got the buy up to do so. Oh, what a shot for Icy. Just barely saw Max before the smoke bloomed. Looking in against Martinez as well. Flash on the corner. AWP to re-peek and wins the fight for the CT side instead.
You've got Boomich that's picked up that AWP, and this is where now your underpass player, Heavy God, can put pressure onto the AWP. Because Martinez didn't quite reposition, because he didn't go more defensively, Heavy God has just constantly worked this short pick or con pick or even into window. He's been a danger man. Buddha, if he goes aggressive, he'll lose that fight to Axel. Round's completely over. So DGT's going to rotate out to the bench. You're going to have Hasso Peak thinking about a rotate too. So this just looks like it's transitioning into a gamble stack.
And SMG finds the fight on Axel, so they can defend for that 1 casualty. A rifle can get picked up by Buddha as well, but you're right about this gamble stack. It was letting in towards that B bomb site. They are going to try and look for some sort of returning 3 versus 3. Light been taken here by Cloud9 though, so 9Z. Maybe sneak in the bomb planter. He's just seen there towards CT spawn. No, doesn't end up going for it. That's a peek. Wait for his teammates to move in towards the back lines here, in towards connector in particular for Buddha. ATs will dish out a tiny amount of damage, nothing major.
Yeah, Boomich has got himself into a good pause out here from Tetris, but the CTs are already on the bomb site.
Bombs opened up though. Peekson come forward, quick sting from Boomich. Secondary, had to get taken by Inters. Buddha trades it back, 1 versus 1. HP advantage for Heavy God. On the defuse he holds. Heavy God's got a peek right now. He's not going to make it in time, he does. And they hold the round again for Cloud9. Well, this was the map that Cloud9 should have been able to at least have the better basis on their pick and all, their best in the pool. They are making a statement with that best as well. 1-for-1 trades already into round 12. Felt very much like a formality half more than anything else here for them. Looking for number 10 when 9Z have gotten very little out of these advantages. Axel will get caught into so fast on the trade.
And now it's just up to the jungle players to defend. Heavy God consistently working underpass, so they'll know that he'll be around here somewhere. The problem is, when does he strike? It's always on the timing.
Perfect on Buddha. And Max found as well by Inters. Cloud9 making light work of 9Z. This map performance might at least shift a couple of heads back their direction. 10-2 at the turn. A wonderful opening half from Cloud9. That jump phase for Inters, trying to get the necessary vision, put that fire down as soon as he does. A minute on the clock for them to make their move. Here they come. Blocking out the balcony, they're going to push forward. Orbit damage going to be sponged by DGT and Martinez. One kill does go the way of Axar, but him and Inters have been mowed down. Boomich, good headshot on DGT, crossing towards the bomb site. Max with a returning frag outside of the apartments. And Icy and Heavy God, 2 versus 3. 2 players that you can rely on for Cloud9 in this kind of clutch situation. But Gush's against Icy, even limited. He still gets Martinez on the way out of the round. Now it's on to Heavy God now. 2 to find, and making his moves in quick and loud from short. Max swinging forward, just barely seeing his shoulder. Buddha unknown, taps on that shoulder. Damage done. Both players at half HP or less for 9Z, and Heavy God's got to make a move in quick. He hasn't got a kit right here. Seen towards the apartments player. A shoulder of Buddha peeking out. More damage being done, but he needs these kills, and he needs them fast. It might not be fast enough at this stage. Too long taking. The time will bite Cloud9, and 9Z will get a pistol.
It's a really well played 2v1 because none of them are over peaking, are they? They're jiggling slightly so they can keep attention on, and they can make sure they keep internally having a rough idea of where he is.
Still plenty to be positive about for Cloud9, though. It's 1 out of a total of 8 that 9Z will need to recover to bring the lead back. Forces in from Cloud9 as well, ready to receive. Icy's already tagged up. Martinez is unaware of it. We're not ready for Max to come in from connected control. Hearing Boomage going to spray him down. His teammate of Axar will finally get that responsive, but the range game of the rifles are working well against these pistols and MAC-10s, or MP9s rather. Inters with a range shot with the Deagle from that short position. A 2 versus 3 will ensue. A Galil can get picked up a Heavy God, but very difficult one to win.
A bit of a weird timing that the scout from Icy was maintaining stairs, kind of fighting towards ramp, fighting in the Palace players, drops down in quad and just dies. It's like, how's there a T-side player there?
Martinez having one out for his own part, going to have the bomb on his back as well, and joining his teammates for the execution towards the A-bomb site.
It looks promising for Cloud9. You've got 2 players on A and a 3rd player from Heavy God that can rotate up quickly from Con. First molly to Underdark. Boomich just getting on the other side of it on the balcony.
Spot on, Boomich, nicely both go down so quickly to DGT and Buddha. Damage being done to DGT in that exchange. Just Buddha just makes a quick swing on Heavy God. Great reads from 9Z. And Cloud9 down by 3 players. I mean, Inters and Axar just have to save.
Yeah, such an expense to go for the double AWPs, and neither of them produce any impact at all. The first initial contacts on the exec are just mowing down entries.
This last rifle by Cloud9 to keep it all held together. They are set in to the defensive. Heavy-handed over on the A side of the map, and there's utility coming in from Max and Martinez to indicate the fast execution. The bomb's back there as well. DGT is not looking to strike, neither is Max. 2 players in mid will be allowed full rain in mid, and eventually they will look to try and commit. Max with a kill on Boomich. DGT bursting from beyond that smoke and just getting enough vision to catch Axile off guard. Heavy God now holds a sandwich and almost holds completely alone. Inters on the other side of the site is hiding behind the danger box, and the T's are closing in ever so slowly from connector players coming in. Icy will get a kill on Buddha. Heavy God with another one as well. Martinez will strike, and Hasso Peak is going to take Inters down. The A site crumbling to pieces as Icy can only get exits. And 9Z are up to 8, completely flawless on the T side.
There's something to note, even in that gun round, while they're prodding out from Palace and Main, they also had a lurker get all the way up short and lost the fight to Icy. So that was the tell straight away that the AWP was on B. So as soon as they start dropping the riflers on that A bomb site, they can look to go in for the exit, try and make this round even more expensive, try and make sure that Cloud9 bring nothing forward into the next.
They've got plenty of cash for 9Z, so they could lose all their players and still be good for a buy. You can see Icy's being pushed upon by Hasso Peak. Martinez's AWP is also closing in the pincers. Hasso Peak moving closer. AK is going to just about get caught off guard. Icy. I think he should keep the AWP here. Martinez is not going to go overly aggressive, although he is still putting utility down. Inters Corner away from spotting Max. Just seen his shoulder in the end. Heavygod's going to come up with that kill. Information called out by his teammate. Hasso-P can take Axile as the execution is inbound to the B bomb site. The AWP is heavy pressured. Inters need to provide support right here. Aware of an underpass individual, goes in for a kill. DGT takes him back. Icy with a quick swing and a hit. And needs to escape the ire of the Orpa Martinez, who takes Boomich back down to a 2 versus 2. Hasso-P now outside of the apartments. Icy is lurking in wait, spotting his man, still missing his shot. Tagged down at 34, and Heavygod is coming with extra support from short. Now getting Hasso to drop. Martinez is in the 1 versus 2. This time for 9Z to clutch up. Moving closer to Icy. Tech9 is pulled out for a close range fight. 18 seconds, and Icy is low HP. Heavygod AK watching for the swing. He gets caught off guard, but still adjusts the spray. Still keeps control for Cloud9 as they finally break this round streak for 9Z and get their first of the CT side. Double Orbs are back in play. Axile towards mid, swinging forward. Doesn't see DGT, who popped out the smoke. The perfect timing is there, and a man advantage for the T side.
And never won it previously on the double orb, so they bring him out again. Heavygod struggling to choose who to fight against. At least gets a returning kill onto 1, but now that pressurization of the B split is presenting. Again, you've already got a player that's dropped down out of the apartments.
Second player involved, but not being heard. Martinez comes in from short. Int's not accounting for that position. No one defending it on the CT side. The lurk player towards the A site might get tested. Buddha has been tagged low. Heavygod cannot connect the kill on the DGT. And now Icy is left alone. Boomage is still looking to hunt for this individual. Hasso-P may well get his AK to drop on the SMG, but what more can he do? Both individuals are tagged on Cloud9. They're going in for the save. 9Z, a wonderful response, the perfect moment in this match.
Results aren't there, and maybe it is. Cloud9 dropping down to tier 2, unmotivated to continue to push.
Team that will almost certainly will struggle if this continues when the partner systems go away next year. But Heavygod and Axile are trying to change the narrative. 2 quick picks in. Heavygod towards mid, getting Martinez. Hasso-P's been tagged. Axile removes him. And finally, some confidence from Cloud9 as they get to map point first.
Now I'm going to change that wording. Some confidence from Heavygod. Every single round that Cloud9 are now going to win on the city side is going to be because of that triple kill that he had on B, and now the multi-frag kill that he had on mid.
EGT trying to hunt for exit frags, trying to take these guns out of their hands, trying to limit as much as he can. There will of course be buys available for 9Z, but he's unable to get any of those casualties. Cloud9 with all 5 alive and 2 opportunities to close. Heavygod and Icy in towards mid. Nade sent, smokes will cover. Icy will take a first shot, but not connect anything. Meanwhile, 9Z, 3 players total towards the A site entryways. Boomich backed up at Ninja Spot. Heavygod trying to regress towards this catwalk smoke. Spam down. Axile is the man to take the kill. DGT catches Boomich completely off guard. A 4 versus 4 ensues. A site can be taken rather quickly. Icy stands in the Molotov, put out a jungle, taking Buddha with him as he drops. And Hasso-P leaning forward. Axile's ready for him and doubles up in mid-control. 3 on 2 for Cloud9.
Struggling to even get the bomb down now. You've got DGT that's trying to cover protection out here from jungle. There's no overpeak from Inters just yet.
Heavygod wrapping around the back lines, flashes forward for Inters, will sponge some of that damage. He's so wary of a CT wrap though. They're paranoid here, Cloud9, but not as paranoid as DGT needs to be. 1v3 for Martinez, and he doesn't hit his kill. A triple from Axile, 2 wonderful frags in from mid, and it's him the difference maker for the 13-10. Cloud9 barely taking their map.
And it was all multi-frags, realistically. You have the triple kill that comes in the second half from Heavygod. You then have the multi-frag round from Axile and Heavygod, and then the round to close is a triple from Axile. You want to see competitive gun rounds. You want to see both teams giving it a good fight because it is an elimination game. Now, I will say, look at the score from Cloud9. 13-11, 13-11, loss versus MongolZ, and now 13-10. That, in my eyes, depending on how the rounds go down, maybe it might be different, but at least the score should be competitive if we continue that chain logic.
Well, the score may be competitive, but the 2 halves would not. So that might be the ultimate difference between a good score and a good matchup. Cloud9 on the CT side, start of Ancient as you would expect. Map 2, 9Z pick. early today. They did, of course, get that 13-4 victory over Fnatic on it. So you can imagine that if they do get their way, then they could also find themselves in a one-sided fashion. Pistol set up for Axel, spotting a player out towards main, not able to hit the opening shot against DGT. Icy Julie's quickly shot down by Max here. Axel going to get left completely surrounded as Martinez takes the secondary pick as a 5 versus 3 for 9Z.
Anchor's just doing nothing there for Cloud9. Makes it very difficult for the retaking players in spawn.
Start swinging forward for Boomage, getting the 1 kill on Buddha and immediately backing out there, aware that there's central site defenders and DGT around the big box, now just being detected. Takes Boomage out alongside Max's support on Heavy God, and Inter's on 44 points of health, will not be winning anything in this clutch. Pistol win for 9Z.
You have a straight-off contact on the big box player where USP is struggling out towards Donut. The Julies tries to wide swing and just gets denied straight away. So always really tough to work that 3v5 for Cloud9. And what, Passion UA, 42nd on HLTV, Gaming Gladiators in about the 60 or 70 marker. Passion's at the RMR, but Gaming Gladiators aren't.
Yeah. Perhaps at least one challenge that Cloud9 will have to overcome during Shanghai, but for now trying to overcome the challenge of 9Z. Max has caught Axel first. DGT going to take Inters down. Max was heavily tagged up in that exchange, and Boomich will be dealt with so quickly by Hassopeak. 2 versus 5. 9Z yet to lose a player.
Every time I see it collapse in anywhere on the on the map, whether it's a bomb site, whether it's mid, I'm just thinking in my mind, I wonder what the face cam of Boomich is looking like there. Is there a full rage? Is there a big tilt? Because we were seeing a lot of it out in that first map.
Might not be able to make it out alive in this one. Max is Mac 10. Just seeing his gun barrel. Heavy God has no idea he's being flanked. At 2 points of health, he can still take that kill. Icy should get found sooner or later. Oh, just seen by Hassopeak. And there it is. All 5 alive for 9Z. Cloud9 have not looked scary at all. Trying to put some fear into the half buys, but I think truly favoured here is 9Z in this round. Axel is good for a couple of kills. The adjustment towards DGT especially. Meter angles gained, M4 picked up. Man advantage for Cloud9 here.
They've got a warp timing of Hassopeak creating space to A. The issue is he needs to fight against the CT and Donut player. Buddha can't even get this engaged against Axel because they just keep re-smoking the lane entrance.
Minute to play with. Hassopeak has gained access to that A-bomb site, but there's no easy line for that bomb to rotate in. Boomich is about to start making his way around position. Low HP on this exchange, allowing the M4 to get that kill, so rotation avenue has opened up. But where do they go with this 9Z? Do they continue towards the B site? It seems like they do.
They just need to keep prodding. As long as they keep defaulting, that's when they'll be able to create more space and catch CTs over positioning. You've got a slight extension in this donut position from Icy, but Axel's caught the right timing. He's on for the triple in the round.
And drop the bomb, and L. Quadra to reface. No, going to allow that player to peek out. Buddha going to upgrade to the AK, and now they start pressing onto Icy's position. The P250, the only 100 HP element in this without Kevlar, though, and he's playing his cards perfectly. Buddha and Hassopeak both going to get seen. He waits for his chance to strike, and strikes on one. Heavy God can clean up the last. Wonderfully played steal from Cloud9. Heavy God came in with support. Axel, the man that ended the last map, will start off this one for Cloud9. Quick in towards mid for Inters. Max is going to get him. Axel unable to trade it back. Max so fast to the headshots. Low HP. Buddha's also been tagged. 5-on-3 established. Max going to walk through this smoke. Will get traded pretty quickly by Heavy God. So overextensions are punished on Cloud9.
9Z are hitting really hard with these aggressive mid maneuvers at the moment. They are just getting entry after entry. And all of this cave space. Boomage is going to come right back in, and he's going to be up against 2 players. You've got Max, who is just so key on just running. Just kind of saying, yep, got a good spawn, send me out. As long as you've got good flashes behind me, I don't mind being that front runner that's just going to go up close and personal against guys like Inters and Axel. I spoke about the individual struggles that Inters was having at certain portions of Mirage. He's the mid player, and he's 0-5. He's just been getting owned.
Having to bring in another comeback like 9Z did on the first map.
They're going for another one of these A-heavy contacts. They've been liking this in the first half.
3 players out. Icy's AWP posted to try and receive. The lane presence over on the other side of the map are being contested, but not by a massive margin. Martinez walks right into the kill. Reed bouncing to look towards main, and Tree land a leg shot on Max. So Icy's done well in that exchange. Exile still the back of his AWP. He takes a fight towards lane first. DGT is down. Buddha's picked up by Heavy God. So now 2 players remain on the T side. And Cloud9 looking like they're going to deal with this one.
Excellent readability in that round for Icy to spot the AWP on a straight contact and then think, right, okay, let me just pre-aim out here towards Tree to see if there's a boost up. Shadow advantage does get baited, but Max and Peak, they've just got no chance of doing anything in this 2v5.
Smoke towards Temple to ensure no further aggressive presence can come through towards CT spawn. Heavy God's going to press out of CT spawn and onto the bomb site. Peak, well known about out in the open, will take 1 player with him. But needs a miracle to get the other 4. The bomb is not even on the bomb site itself, so there's nothing for it.
Even Heavy God, with his outrageous performances in that first map, has not been as heavy when it comes to the second, but this multi-frag sequence has at least set up the round. Peak is just hoping for a bit of exit damage, because money's still quite good on the T side. Try and take a couple of extra rifles away from the CTs, but not to be. Only 2 dropping.
An exceedingly good spot given his performances on Cloud9 in recent affairs. Team itself are not quite the beneficiaries of that success, though. Martinez is up, looking for Icy first. New Shadow being seen. Quick swing from the T-side AWP. The Spaniard finding an opening very quickly. Icy has struggled against the man at various periods in this series. Max is going to get caught by Axel, though, so the trade of 4 versus 4 is good for only a moment.
And they've looked good in mid, haven't they, 9Z? Constant battle towards Donut and Red Room. Even with the trade there from Axel, it's not enough to keep the numbers up. And Boomich is alone on beam. Heavy God can be fairly quick to rotate to get into the back lines of short, but this looks to be a full-on exec.
Flashes over, smokes on short. Boomich is going to hide, wait for Heavy God to rotate up with the M4 in hand. AK with his back turn. Boomich is going to make this a 3 versus 3, so the round becomes a bit more doable. But they are continuing to challenge. Back going to get turned. They face in. Peak with the kill. In from long. Heavy God can take Hasso right back. And the AWP is also full on triple. Heavy is the hand that smacks you down. Cloud9 take a round.
Mate, what a round coming out of Heavy God. The crosshair placement was on point, but the movability of the strafing from cave to ramp, that is such a tough round to recover. You are the only player on B. You are still waiting from your A rotate.
Starting to tame the tides of this map up here for Cloud9, thanks to his efforts. 2 more to make up against 9Z. Economy is getting broken down on the T side. Into lane they look to fight. Heavy God and Boomich not quite extending out towards the lane presence. The smoke start coming in early. 9Z want a very fast execution. Heavy God's good against Peak and DGT. Almost as well against Buddha. Axel gonna have to get that trade back. And Boomich holding Max away beyond that smoker. Mac 10 and an AK to clutch a 2 versus 4.
I'm convinced that's the first time we've seen Cloud9 start 3B. They've normally been utilizing Axel and Inters in mid, and then having just Boomich and Heavy God on this B-bomb site. And then the one round that 9Z try and B-pop, they try and go aggressive. It's just too many players to defend. You've got Heavy God at long that gets 2, Axel that gets 2, and Boomich that's trying to maintain that cheater angle for as long as possible.
Doubtful that he's going to hold much more. They are going to go hunting for him, so they take this rifle out. It's going to cause issues for 9Z's rebuys as well. Ooh, just catching Axel. His back turned. Icy's orb's ready. Takes the shot. Man loses the fight. Let's put it this way. You mentioned 1.27 in that series against MongolZ. Map 1 and Mirage for Heavy God, 1.55. So that set the pace. Inters now right, with 1.08 on Mirage and 0 against Peak in that exchange. Advantage of the AWP that Icy's going to have to try and bring back. EGT fragged out. Rifle's been picked up for both Max and for Martinez. Bonders get dropped. The blind shot from Icy. Martinez. Another blind kill against Boomich. From beyond these smokes, 9Z continue to fight back. Max is low HP. Peak is finally going to get caught off. Drop the bomb at Temple. And that takes away any chance now for 9Z.
They had such a sick opener. I mean, that Deagle kill was just disgusting against Inters out in default, but they just can't manage much more from that point onwards. Martinez doesn't have any armor, so the AK with the aim punch is always going to struggle in the duels. And then just being sandwiched, the double temple and the one in donut.
Isaac playing with his food. Misses the shot, actually. Martinez kills him off, so it's another expensive round again for Cloud9. Including the orb being lost. It can get rebought for the next round, but Martinez is looking for more right here. Smokes will clear towards the temple entryways, back at CT and back at site. Max prodding, footsteps heard, backs our turn. Max is going to get picked up, but Martinez has missed his window. Still aren't watching this entrance, but Axar going to keep himself protected, so as he looks to take that fight, they'll back away towards the bomb site, knowing that time is against Martinez. Hold a crossfire. Intry doesn't get a plant out, and therefore no chance to win the round itself. Flashes to stall for more time. Heavy God, the insurance policy, hearing footsteps around him, catches the man with his bomb pulled out, and Cloud9.
Surely you must be thinking, press tab and realize that Inters is basically getting overrun so easily on A. I'm surprised that we're not seeing more A execs in the mid to late round. It seems that there's a lot of B movement.
More stacked up site with the better players on it. Maybe that might be the undoing of NineZ, that lack of willingness to adapt. Pressure the one man that is the weak link here for Cloud9. Boon, a decent kill to start. Doubles up to Axile as well. Boomich is back to wave here. Player's going to face in from Cave. He gets that one kill, but Hasopeak takes him right back. It's Icy and Inders in the 2 versus 3. And much like every man disadvantage that Cloud9 have had in this half, they're opting to save their weapons. NineZ look for the 7-5 half once again for their favour. Buddha tagged heavily. Max dead to right. Zaxel charging in towards lane to get a kill before he drops. Inters found 2 in the mid-fight. DGT is going to try and fight back against him. The Orb of Icy missing his kill, so that might leave Inters in a bit of a bad spot right here. The HE sent towards this corner should get him to drop, and indeed it does. 3 men remain on Cloud9.
Well, they know that Boomich and Heavy God are the B players, and they know that Icy is in from mid. So they've got information on what the CT setup is. The problem is, how do you initiate these kills? Well, Martinez is trying to walk up B, and he may have just been seen by Heavy God at long.
Heard the footsteps of the man, Boomich. Oh, just barely adjusted against Martinez. Dead to rights on Heavy God with the damage that Boomich, of course, did in that exchange. Now DGT, pressure on Icy, cannot get away against the P250 as Cloud9 will make it complete evens at the turn of the half. I'm going to end up getting completely overwhelmed, much like they did for the majority of that second half of Mirage. Pistols in for both sides, USPs, Glocks. Julie's in for Martinez. And Hasopeak, the first contact in towards main, going to get run down by the core 3 players. Julie's on the open position. Martinez quickly caught by Axel the same. 5 on 3. Max struggling with his USP. His teammate Buddha's been goosed. He runs out of ammo. Max is dead. Buddha on 10 points of health. DGT can get one before he ends up dropping. The bomb's gone down towards the B-bomb site. So even if Buddha's able to somehow get these 2 kills, he's not going to find any sort of retake. Cloud9, an all-important pistol to their name. And the smokes will come down towards those lanes, and DGT starts backing off. They're going for the straight-up rotate. He has absolutely no idea. They're walking in. He sees the bomb carrier, sees one of the forward players, tries to take a fight, and does win it out against Boomich. Caught jumping there in the middle of the open. And very quickly, the CTs wrap around. These fakers need to join the 2 defenders now.
Now, Icy's got to stall for time, because it's going to take a while for the riflers out on B to get here.
Got an AK in his hands, Inters Mac 10 out towards Donut, ready for the rotations. The 3rd player in from mid, the backstab for Heavy God. Icy, 3 to gain here over at Temple. Hasopeak offers himself up, kill gets found. 2 more round the corner, flashbang, he's put a blinded, but not blinded enough. Heavy God can strike, 3 versus 3, and all 3 players are tagged. Heavy God damn near lines up a quadra, but a triple's more than enough. DGT is out of there, running to save the M4. And Cloud9 have 9.
He just looks unbelievable right now. So much impact from Heavy God. Good work from Icy on the bomb site out there in big box. He was stalling for a lot of time. Wasn't really over-facing. Wasn't giving too many chances back there to the Temple players. And if you're NineZ, I mean, you are meant to be a tier 1.5 team. You're getting a lot of chances at Cologne, at Bet Boomland, at Pro League, at Rio, at Espo.
Smokes up. M4 wrapping. Flashes. Sindir is to block. It's not going to get fully cancelled. They boost up on top of tree, but the flashes will catch the CT players. One of the third one landing. Martinez completely unaffected. Enters with 2 lineups. And DGT and Hasso Peak are down to one of the lower performers on this T side. And Martinez is out of there, backing up towards spawn. No vision onto the site. No chance to retake, and 9Z have to continue to consider protecting their economy state because it's not great for them. Cloud9 to 11. Well, congratulations to him, because both me, you, and Alan, in fact, for that matter, didn't even see it coming.
I am pretty sure I did predict 9Z to lose 0-2, even if I didn't say it in the pre-game. I still did it in the graphic.
Yeah, all right, cool. Just back out as soon as you can. Bail out. Axile picked up first. Max going to follow up onto a kill. 2 of them, in fact, towards Cave. So this match is not quite as easily over and done with. They are grouping together to try and look in against Martinez here towards red. He finds his shot on Inters, so he's down. Icy detected in a moment's time. 9Z indeed will take number 7. No damage output in the tail end of things for Cloud9. Now the last player's been seen. The rest of the CT is going to adjust. Try to see if they can hunt him here, take the last AK out, recover all those AKs as well. Positive signs for 9Z in the movement forward. Indeed, Hasso Peak will get his kill.
So 1 is low on B, but what about the rest of the setup? You've got a rotation from Buddha, very defensive in short, and then DGT with an incendiary who's playing out in long.
Cloud9 slow things down for the execution. Molotov sent. Flashes over DGT, forced into the open, fully blinded. Easy pick. Max could be a bit of a threat towards Icy, given the close range of the AWP, but Heavy God is a bigger threat towards the bomb site itself, and Max does not know where to look. Caught by Icy in the end. Hasso Peak is all alone. A 1 versus 5 to recover the match for 9Z to stave off elimination. All 5 kills required here, with all T-side players hunkering down the bomb site. Hasso Peak only a matter of time before he concedes, and he'll concede at the second hurdle. Boomich to close, looking happy for the first time in this series at 13-7, 2-0. Cloud9 stay alive. 9Z are eliminated from the Thunderpick.